Hey guys, and welcome to another YouTube video documenting my trading journey. So this is about, I want to say this is maybe my third or fourth week learning, watching, just putting a lot of hours in, a lot of screen time, and maybe going on to my second or third week sim trading seriously. So this is just going to be a recap of everything. I am still watching a lot of content, but I'm also trying to get um, a lot of time in the sim trader. Warming up, trying out my strategies. I found a few YouTubers that actually do live streams during the New York Open. So even though I don't follow their strategy 100%, I do like to hear their thought process and just take away what I can from them. Something good that I've been noticing as the more content I watch, the more I know what to take from it and what not to take from it. So I'm glad that I'm actually learning, that I'm actually understanding, and I'm actually learning to differentiate what is good information, what is bad information. So I'm a little, I would say a little tiny bit above beginner. I know the information, I'm learning the patterns, I'm documenting everything. So it feels really good to get to this point. Full disclosure, people that I've been watching, again, just to recap everything, I started with TJR, then I found iMan Trading, which did videos exposing TJR, and then learned all my basics, a few strategies, and a lot of psychology through iMan Trading. And from iMan Trading, I found Riley Coleman, which also has iMan Trading has an exposing video. Um, but I have learned that his information is valid. He does copy and paste courses from other people, strategies, information. I do like the way that he presents it. I like his strategies as well, which leads me to who I am watching now, who is Pat. Well, I believe the channel is called Pat's Trading by Mac. So it's actually Mac, which has a lot of skin in the game. And I learned that the strategy that Riley uses is a full copy or maybe derivative of Mac's strategy. So everything that Riley preaches came from Pat's or Mac. So I'm watching things there. Um, Riley explains the basics really well. He does have credible information. He has a really good way of explaining it, which is why I think he's maybe a marketer. And maybe, marketer, trader, a little bit of the same. And so he does present things well. He does edit videos really well. So he does it in a really easy to understand, which is why I like watching it. And the strategy that he uses is the same as Pat's strategy. So I kind of learned all the basics from him, and now learning to perfect the strategy with Pat's by Mac. I'm actually thinking of maybe purchasing Pat's trading manual, his strategy. It seems to work really well, so that's something that I've been contemplating. Okay, so now we're gonna get into my trading notes. I think last video I left off at the ninth day. I'm not sure, but yeah. So first here on the 10th day that I documented my trading, I said I tried to write what I thought was going to be a reversal, but it seems I might have read that wrong. There's been a lot of swings today from what I have seen. I just picked the wrong moment, and then here's the image. I need to follow the strategies and trust that since there were 3 touches below going to the bottom, the price action is going to want to go back down. Eventually, I marked the zone, so those are things that I've been doing differently. I've been actually everything that I've been working on has been a lot psychology, a lot of psychology, just following my rules, making sure that I have a positive mindset, make sure that I'm level-headed, that I'm cool, calm, and collected, not frustrated, not emotionally trading, and that's something that not only I've been working on that with trading, but it's actually something that's been translating to my life. I've been trying to not be in a lack mindset, uh, not trying to be frivolous, like seeing things like, for example, if I pay for a manual on trading from somebody credible, um, before I would see that as I'm wasting my money instead of I'm investing in myself to learn. And the only way for you to grow is not getting attached to the money and learning, and then, as I said before, learning be and then the byproduct of learning is actually making money and understanding this, and not taking every single trade, actually waiting for things to line up how I need them for me to be able to take a trade, and reading the market and marking out zones. That's something else that I've been doing. Looking for confirmations. Like, for example, I talked about three touches. You know, being sure, like, here, this is one touch, two touch, three touch, and each time it was creating lower lows, lower highs, and it indicated that there could be a reversal, or we're gonna go into a downtrend. And I've just been working on that type of stuff. Trend is literally going down and wants to ride it up a bit. Eventually wants to go down where it was. Lost some cash here, thinking it would bounce back up, but I still do think it will. Hopefully, we can do this before market closes. And this is just, what's going on in my mind, and this I feel really vulnerable. Showing, even though nobody's watching my videos and nobody probably ever will watch my videos, but just the thought of somebody, anybody, 10 people, because this doesn't need to go like 1,000 or 2,000 people, even 30 people that watch it. Like, imagine 30 people sitting in this room right now hearing me speak. That's frightening. And here I started trading with Riley and his live streams, again, taking what I can for good information, writing it down, discarding what isn't. He does those live streams where he's trading, and yeah, a lot of people tune in. I've seen 2,000, 3,000 people. A lot of trades do seem to be legit. I've taken a few that he's taken and have worked out pretty well, but most of the trades that I've been taking are under my decision, what I think is going to happen, or where price action was to go. Market was really choppy. That's another thing that I've been learning, that sometimes I just want to take a trade for the hell of it instead of just playing it safe. And if the condition of the market is at a place where it wouldn't be smart to take a trade, before I would just take a trade for the hell of it because I wanted to take a trade. But if it's consolidating and it's really choppy, then I just sit that one out. So, just like I said here, market was really choppy, made his stupid move of jumping in, basically revenge trading, which is not appropriate. So these, what's important to take away from this is that I am noticing my behavior, I'm writing it down, that way I can keep it in mind and I can check myself. This day that I traded, I said that Riley stopped streaming, he took one loss. During that week, he did make that money back, which is, it's interesting. He took a pretty big loss, and then he broke even during the week, and then he made profit. And what I take away from that is sometimes I take a loss, and I'm just beating down on myself, feeling bad. But I'm not looking at it as tomorrow's another day. Next week is another week. There's time. This takes. You gotta be patient. That's just where my mindset has been, of just not trying to be negative and look at this like, oh, if a mistake happened, then I'm grateful with God that it happened. I can learn from it and try to not commit that mistake again. Try to grow from it, and I'm just in a really grateful mindset. Jesus is King. So here I didn't take another trade yet as of 10:58. However, I did think it was going to go to the zone I have marked out for the low today, and it's just bouncing off of there. Done for the day, made some profit. Let's check this out. So yeah, I think this was my first ever profitable day. Uh, I noticed from looking at my profits and my earning history in NinjaTrader that I had a tendency of like I had a lot of winning trades and I had very little losing trades. Like here, I have 6 winning trades and I have 2 losing trades, but I lost 85 and I made 108, which I'm at a profit. But there's an obvious problem there, and the obvious problem is that I'm risking too much for to make too little, which is something that I did fix as the week went on. My 12 days of the day was an interesting day. This is my second day winning. Being patient and following my rules is paying off. The day started with a huge dip like yesterday and then climbed back up, which in one of these days I did make a realization that usually wherever price goes whenever the market opens, it would tend to go that way for a little bit and then reverse. So I've noticed that I can make a few like little trades starting the day for profit, and then look for my confirmations to go in, which my confirmations usually go in at a 15-minute to 30-minute mark when the market opens. Let's see. So here, this is an all-time high, so we can expect it to crash soon. Which it's just I'm just saying what I think at the moment. Maybe tomorrow the market will open like that, but for today, took a $70 win. Historically, this always climbs, so no matter how low it gets, it will go up. What I'm referring to here, I've been trading more with ES, the S&P 500. I noticed that the S&P 500 is a lot more stable than the Nasdaq. Not saying that I don't use the Nasdaq, but I try to look at both markets and see how, because sometimes they do correlate with each other, and the Nasdaq doing a certain action is an indicator that the S&P 500 might do the same. So here, another realization, I have so much fear of missing out, and that's what I'm currently working on right now. For example, today was a great trading day. It's going up and eventually it will go lower, and I just want to jump in, but I have to remember I have only been doing this for close to 2 weeks. This is my second positive day with a high win rate. Managing my risk and reward ratio and making $70 in the real world would have been a blessing. That's almost what I make daily. I make 120 in my job. And my fear of missing out is that the market kept going up, but there will be better market conditions in the future. And just trust the process and calm down. I love these notes. I'm so glad I started writing down what I think and how I feel. So my 13th day, so whenever the market opens, this is the realization I spoke about. If it opens strong to one side, it usually stays strong to that side, so maybe that could be a move. So then I say anyways, got boned because I didn't notice on the all this, yeah. So here, I didn't notice on the Nasdaq that I had a lot more contracts than I thought, so I took a good loss, but overall it was 50-50. Still up for the week though, and maybe we can end it on a high note and see what my win rate is on a weekly basis. So far, it might be a good week, and next week will be better, which is when I'm recording this right now. I caught a good trade on ES. Again, I do better on ES. Right now it's choppy, it's still choppy, but looking for a trade, but I won't force it much. I feel my knowledge is getting up there, it's getting there, not up there. I misspoke. Slowly, still lots to learn. ES likes to go up, really bullish, and Nasdaq is at an all-time high, might be going down soon. I just imagine myself getting the car. This is really personal. This is very personal. I just imagine myself getting the car of my dreams and house with my wife. I did cry about it. I'm proud to say it. I did Not because I won't get there, but because I am so close. I can feel it. I trust God, and I know I'm going to get there, and it's because I won't give up. It's already mine. I'll take however I'll take however long I need to take. God guides me on this path. And there's so many people that have made it and so many others that have not, but I have never felt like everybody else. I have to drive for this. And nothing else about it. So my 14th day, I'm noticing a trend. Again, the realization that I spoke about. I'm noticing a trend where most times than not, the market goes wherever the market opens with. For example, last few days it's been opening with a bearish candle, and it goes that way for a bit, which I think is phenomenal to catch, and vice versa. I don't know what I mean by vice versa. I mean, like there, in that context. Today was the last trading, which is another thing, I'm sharing these notes, holding myself accountable on this journey, because there's been a lot of things that I pick up, mess with for a little bit, and drop. And I want to stop doing that. This is the way. I feel like there isn't anything else. This is my last resort, and that's why I think I'm gonna make it, because I need to make it. There's no other options. So today was the last trading day of the week. It went well. Again, noticed what I typed above, and that might be a strategy to get a few sneaky trades starting. But analyzing the high and lows of the previous day is great. Riley and I caught a great trade. I got out on time, but he didn't, but he still had profit. It's good to analyze something like the ES, because it's always up. And yeah, that's what I was gonna say before. The S&P 500, historically, every year goes up about 10%. So it's a very bullish market, in my opinion. Might get a few more good trading days and start off with a little bit of money. So I am at the point where I am thinking about possibly start trading on a live account. Maybe, we'll see. But I want to get a few more winning days, weeks in before I actually go ahead and do that. But let's see what happens. A lot of people use funded accounts. I don't know. I don't like funded accounts too much, because I do feel like a lot of people, and yeah, you get to the point where you learn and you do start getting a few different funded accounts and copy trading from them and making a lot of money and payouts and all that. Just what I don't like about the funded accounts is that you waste a lot of money on evaluations and going, like, I would be scared if I were to go from maybe $1,000 in my account to managing a $50,000 account, and a lot of people go crazy with it. I just want to learn with a little bit of money. I know I'm gonna take my losses, and maybe in the future that could be something that I look into. So my first week recap, which is horrible. It's just horrible, and this is more to what I was saying before. Um, Let me see if we can. I don't know how to work this that much. Okay, so as you can see here, I just to help you guys out with that, I had a winning percentage of 65% and a 65%. So I would win 65, lose 35% of the time. As you can see, I was not managing. I was not managing. I had my contracts. I was like trading like 20, 30 contracts at a time. I wasn't managing my risk to reward ratio properly. I would, keep dragging my stop loss. Like, all my bad habits were highlighted here. I took 47 trades. Had $2,274 of profit and $4,300 lost. I took 31 winning trades and lost 16, which again highlights what I said before of that I risked so much for so little. Like, yeah, this was you know, it was a horrible first week. It was my first week, so I didn't expect much. Now my second week here. See if we can I make this? Let's make it a little bigger here. So my second week a lot better. This is my second week, and I made profit here. But again, I had a win rate of 92. No, a win rate of 72%, and I lost 28% on my trades. Again, I took 18 trades, so a lot less. Lost 7 trades. On those 7 trades, I lost $466. On those 18, $629. So I made $163 for the week. Again, it's not good either, but it's progress, and I'm so happy about it. Like, I'm so happy about it. Again, this highlights my risk to reward ratio too. It highlights it a lot, and yeah, that's it right now. So this week, today, Monday, May 18th, I didn't trade today. I had a lot of errands to do in the morning. I usually don't trade here. I'm off Sundays and Mondays. I took maybe like 2 or 3 days off from studying, and it's hard for me because I feel like if I don't study every day, then I'm losing discipline. But I have to come to grips with that. If I study so much and I take a few days off studying, it's good for my mind. It doesn't mean that I'm lazy, and I'm right back to it today. So today I'm gonna be studying a little bit more, gonna look at the market, see what happened today, check in with a few YouTubers that do market recaps as well. I want to see that, what they found, what's the trend for the week, look at the news, and take it from there. And if somebody ever sees this, then thank you for watching. And any questions that you have, I know I don't have that much knowledge, but maybe you have some beginner questions and we can help each other out. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great week trading.